You know, sometimes when they say, you know what, you have to prepare like a proposal, surprise part, I don't know, surprise, you think, I'm just going to do it and, it will be fine. And, for me, it was very difficult.
Sure, it was so crazy actually to see him. He was so busy. Yeah, under a lot of pressure.
So, yeah, just to kind of get the perfect idea was hard for me. I don't know if you remember, love. I spoke to you about us going for like a massage thing. So the idea was, let's go for a massage, and after the massage, you're going to have lunch. As we walk into the restaurant at Taba, then I'm going to propose. But then, yeah, we kind of settled for the second idea, which was pretending as if it was Gideon's proposal, and then using that as... Even in that, I wasn't very confident because I always thought, you know me so well, you can pick up when something is wrong.
Kept saying, there's so much happening this week. And even after, because he wrote a big board exam and he moved out. But even after that, he was still under pressure. Kept saying, "Shoo, this week is hectic." So I think, that's when I knew, okay, maybe there's something, going on. I actually suspected something that week because he was saying it's such a big week for him. But then, nothing happened. So
it's like, that weekend in the background, what was happening, like I told you, I had a meeting at work in the morning. After that, I went and met because of the outfit for the graduation, and then from there I went straight, we went to Komaro Crossing. That's where we were all meant to meet. We came, I had to change in the car. Well, we are on our way to seeing Tammy's family, together with my parents, and just to formalize everything before the proposal. So I'm very excited about it. As you can see at the back, they are also following me. So I can't wait to meet, for us to come together and just discuss. Thank you.
Yeah, so then after, because I was so upset because you got home so late. But then, I thought, okay, maybe you just asked, it was just permission that you asked for that week, and that maybe, okay, you might do it for your graduation. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I hope you don't do it on your graduation because that's your day, know. But then the whole story about Gideon wanting to propose came up, and I was like, sure, even Gideon is getting engaged before us. I was like, okay, but anyway, it's one of those things. And the whole taking me with to go view venues and made it so real. You and Messi were like, you guys, they really pulled it off so well.
We ganged up on you.
Yeah.
So I think before we get to the day of the proposal, I think it's nice to just kind of give you a little bit of a background as to how it, all started. The first thing we needed to make sure was to solidify the story. And the story we ran with was that my friend was getting engaged. So I made sure that yes, I spoke to Tammy about it like 2 weeks before. After that, it was getting the outfit. Now, how do you make her buy an outfit for your friend's proposal without overdoing it so that she doesn't feel like,
But the clothing thing, I think it counted in, Eric's favor that he told me already, like how, people love dressing up in his culture. And obviously, if you have a partner, you don't want them to embarrass you. And in my culture, yeah, you don't embarrass. Like, embarrassing is like the worst thing you can ever do to someone. So obviously I had to look the part. So I knew it was important to look the part. But yeah, it was, the morning of this morning, we were out having to buy stuff. I even said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm having to put myself under so much pressure for someone else's proposal, not knowing it was actually our proposal. So yeah.
And striking that balance was hard for me, to a point where even on the day of the proposal, I didn't think of asking her to do her nails.
Yeah, so the hair story, it was actually, I think the Holy Spirit definitely helped you guys out, because my mom, during the week, she mentioned that she's going to go do her hair. And then I just decided, I was like, you know what, I haven't done my hair in a while. I must get it. I should also probably get it done. And yeah, I said, she must please book for me. I'm sure she was so happy, because then she didn't have to suggest it herself. But yeah, she was insisting on that booking, I must say. When things happen, you don't really pick it up. But afterwards, and you're like, oh, that's why you did this, that, and the other. So yeah, at least, thank God, I'm so glad I got to do my hair. It's just the nails isn't done, but it's fine. I think that would have definitely given it away if you insisted on me doing my nails, because I haven't done my nails in forever.
But that was just about it. I couldn't go any further, because I didn't want her to also feel like this is too much. And I think for me, those were some of the things that were a bit of a challenge. So yeah, we knew already the plans we had for each other and for our relationship and for this year. So for me, it was like, how do I make it still special, even though it almost feels like it's already been preempted? And I think that's how that morning again she reminded me. She's like, this is so unfair. If we ever happen to get married in less than 6 months, you haven't given my family enough time, you haven't.
Yeah, so that morning I was actually upset because, like Eric said, we knew that we are gonna get married, and that time is getting closer for us to actually make that decision. So I was frustrated with him, like, okay, so when are we actually gonna get the ball rolling? We're talking, but nothing is happening on his side. So I was quite frustrated with him that morning. Yeah, like, even knowing, I wouldn't say jealousy. It's just the thing of, sure, other people are getting the ball rolling. We've been just talking. Why can't he also just get the ball rolling? So yeah, that's what brought my frustration. But I think there was also element of excitement. Going out for a bit and just getting dressed up, I think that worked in Eric's favor a lot, as well as the fact that I haven't been out in a while, so I was looking forward to being out and dressing up again. So I really didn't know what was coming for me, but yeah, I was excited. Sure. So when we got to the venue, I thought, because Messi was going to show us the pictures, a place for pictures, but still I was angry at Gideon, the guy that was supposed to get engaged?
So just to give you a bit of a background again, and I think, part of the play or the deception, God forgive us, I asked for forgiveness for all the lies I told Tammy in the past 2 weeks, but yeah, anyway. So was that we were going to say Gideon is getting engaged. We do all the preps as if it was Gideon's engagement. On the day of the engagement, at roundabout time when we're already dressed up and everything, we're going to say, no, things are not working. Gideon and his girlfriend are not getting along. So it seems like it is going to be cancelled. Then Messi was going to come and give an idea to say, guys, since we're already dressed up, we might as well just go to a restaurant and chill while they're trying to sort out their own things. If ever they happen to call us, we'll go. If not, we're just gonna chill and that will be it. And as we will be on our way to the restaurant, Messi will tell us, okay guys, there's this place I want to show you. It's very nice for photo shooting. And that would actually be the place where the proposal was going to happen. So So we did exactly that. Messi came. No, there's something I want to tell you. Gideon is not organized. And I started acting. I was very angry as usual. I'm like, I'm not used to this. I'm very orderly. So when we said we're going somewhere, we have to go that somewhere. Now he was suggesting to go to the restaurant. I got so upset, and Tammy was like holding me, trying to soothe me and say, please don't get angry. I even told her, look, you know what? I'm just going to go home, change my clothes. In fact, I have work tomorrow, so I might as well just go and do work and prepare for whatever I had. She was like, no, but you already dressed up. So she was almost like begging me, and that was a nice setup. So we drove, got to the place. I was like, Messi, where's the place? Are we turning left here? In her mind, she's thinking I'm so upset. As we turned, we walked in, the security guard almost sold us.
So when we went in, I was like, sure. These people are like, this guy was rushing and things. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Is he expecting us? But no, he's not expecting us. But when I came in, I was so confused because when I looked outside, I saw there's petals on the floor. But I thought, oh my goodness, are we intruding now? Is there another event happening? So I thought, Eric, let us just get out of here because there's other people here. We don't want to intrude. And like I said, without my culture, you don't want to embarrass yourself. So I thought there was another event happening. But then Eric took my hand and he's like, well, Tamlin Johnson. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
Thought she had walked into a party that was going on. And I had to say, hey girl, this is not somebody else's party. It's actually your proposal. That's when it hit her.
Sure. So there, I was shocked. I think that's when I realized I had to shift from being upset with Gideon to realizing that it was all just a lie and a setup. It was like I was a bit confused. I didn't know what was going on. I could hear Eric is talking, but I wasn't listening. I just saw cameraman, Messi is like all in. I'm like, oh, where did Messi come? You know, I just saw him out of nowhere in work mode from being, oh, we're going to go chill at the restaurant into work mode all of a sudden. And I was like, just completely, yeah, thrown off guard.
When I realized that Tammy took it so hard, she was overwhelmed. And I had to hold her hand because a part of me maybe felt like, oh, what if she goes, no, I can't go down. So I had to hold her hand, show her off, as I was also just looking at how beautiful the setup was, because it was the first time that I was actually seeing the setup. Messi or anyone else hadn't sent me the pictures just to get a sense of, oh, this is what the final product was. And I think it was that, trying to make sure that Temi was okay as much as I could, and me myself trying to process everything, that I was like, yeah, it's okay, just come, let's walk together. And I think that's exactly what was happening.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? I think, yeah, that's all. It was like, yeah, just taking it all in. I mean, seeing the setup. Yeah, like, I was like, sure, like, is this really happening? As I said in the morning, it was a whole, frustration thing. And yeah, it was happening, something, that obviously every girl dreams about. And so it's like, sure, yeah, it's this moment, it's happening. So yeah, I think the only thing that could come to mind was, are you serious?
For me, it was that as she was saying, are you serious? In my head, I'm like, I got you, girl. And just going back to the morning, I'm like, yo, wait until this afternoon or this evening. We won't have to have this conversation again. So in that moment, I was like, come, I know you're feeling uncomfortable, but I got you so well that you can't run away.
Se sont rapprochés.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird because when you walk down, you see a big sign, "Marry me." But when he pulls out the ring, it's like, this is the real deal. Obviously it's a proposal, but it's just so overwhelming. I think, you think about how it could be in your mind, in your fantasy, but yeah, in the moment, it's so different.
Aujourd'hui je sais ce que je suis celui que t'as choisi. Mon cœur s'en bat sous ton char. Je veux te dire moi, tu sais que j'ai.
So I had prepared. No, I wouldn't say I had prepared. There was one morning I was doing my devotion, and just after doing my devotion, I just felt like I was in the right space to write what I would tell Timmy when I propose. And I had gone through whatever I was going to say, and I felt like, yeah, but as much as I was going through it, and in fact, when I was talking to my best friend who actually organized everything messy, so I told him, you know what, I just want to speak from the heart. And it was very strange that in the moment, as much as I wanted to speak, I felt like Temi was not hearing me. And that's why in the video you may have noticed that, I started speaking, but because when I looked at her and I noticed that she was overwhelmed with just so much of what was happening, I stopped speaking and I just, went on my knee and I popped the question, and I think maybe if I can get to just tell you a little bit of what I wanted, I really wanted you to hear, and I think for me it was really just thinking about our journey together. I remember I met you at Verts, and as you know, I would always look back, I had this desire to look at you because you're so beautiful and attractive. But I was scared that you would notice that I was looking at you. So I would do it in a way that, you wouldn't notice. But somehow you were streetwise enough to know that this guy is checking me out. So, and I think, I never really thought I loved you. I liked you, And if you remember, there was in 2020, one day, we did our devotion. It was the first time I could speak and tell you that I liked you. I was so anxious. And I don't know if you remember that day, and I was so anxious just to say the words. And for me, it was that thing that I liked you. I saw myself being with you, but I never thought this would become a reality. And I think how God does things is just, so amazing. Because, for a lot of people, and I guess even to this day, people often wonder, is this real? And we both know that this is real than people think it is. And I think it's that thing where, when you are in God's will, and especially when it's the coming together of two cultures, people will always ask, is this real? And one thing that I know is that, ever since the day we started dating, God has really helped us to do things the right way. Not because we're perfect, not because we always get things right, but when you trust Him, He just allows things to unfold in a way that when you look back, you realize that, man, we did the right thing. And I think for me, every moment I spent on your side was confirmation that you were the one. Maybe you were not packaged in a race that I was expecting, especially coming from the Congo, there's an expectation that you should marry a Luba, there's an expectation that you should marry at least a black South African, and for me, there was those doubts, but I knew deep inside of me that you were the one. And I could only imagine what our families and everyone around us could be going through. Those doubts: are you making the right choice? Is this the right thing? Sometimes we can say God, but those things, and especially in the country South Africa, when you look at the racism that happened during apartheid, and so it's all those things that you think about and you see that. And for me, having to see past that, and by God's grace, I was able to see the beauty, and I'm like, this is my girl. This is the girl I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And I had to accept the gift that God was giving me. And I think, so when I think of that, I don't regret to have met you. And I believe, there was a reason, there's a reason. And every day when I look at you, I thank God. I thank God that I met you. So, and because of that, I needed to make sure that, I solidify things, and I, make the move, and I tell you, girl, would you marry me?
I didn't hear anything. It was like my senses weren't working. Everything went numb. I didn't hear music. I didn't even see Messi, Eric's best friend. That was, I didn't hear anything. Shame. I could just see Eric's mouth moving. He was talking. I could hear a sound, but not words. It's not spontaneous, but anyway. So that "Whoa Whoa" song wasn't play. Was it playing?
Yes, it was playing in the background.
I didn't hear any music. Honestly, I didn't hear.
Your senses were so numb.
It was numb. It was so numb.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason. You are the reason.
My goodness, I think, you're just in so much awe. I think him actually finally asking, it was like such a relief. I was just taking in that moment between the two of us. I knew he wouldn't let us share this moment on our own, but I didn't expect at all for people to be there. So I think it was, just me getting in that moment with him, being with him. But when I saw everybody else, I think I was just so overwhelmed and happy, because when you feel so overwhelmed with emotion, you can't keep it to yourself. And when I saw, it's like they came out at just the perfect time. Because it's like, what do I do with all of these emotions? Let me share it with everybody else. So
I wanted something different. And when I spoke to my uncles, and I had done a bit of research of my own, and I just felt like, bringing families. And one thing we've been very deliberate about our relationship is to fuse the two cultures, and I think it was important for us to have family and friends and
I'm supposed to give you this. I'm good. Yes,
Congratulations.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I think it was so weird. I just saw this whole group of people, but Taylor was the person that caught my eye first. She was like,
Here goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason.
yeah, I think it's like so blurry, and this one person, because I didn't expect people to be there, and for her to be there, I was like, oh my goodness, Taylor, you here. So that was like quite exciting, yeah, to see.
so it's very strange though, because mommy was right in front, so you didn't see her, you only saw your friend Taylor. So yeah, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I think, like I said, in the moment you can only be genuine in terms of like, this is what I saw. Yes, I know I love my parents very much. But in that moment, the crowd was a blur. And then once I started noticing individuals, Taylor first, then I saw Shirley and Auntie Eunice and Vivi and my parents, obviously, and Matt. And yeah, I think it was so exciting. And I think what really was just blew me was the fact that it was people that is really important to me. So I think for me, again, I was just like, oh yes, I'm making the right decision. This guy knows me. You knew the people that were so near and dear to me. You didn't miss one person. So yeah, I think that was just so special for me. I think in that moment, that's one thing that I can say. That's what I thought. I was like, this man knows me. He knows the people that are important to me. So yeah, I think for me, I was.
Yeah, this is.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the flowers are also, yeah, looking back at the pictures now, everybody had the flowers in their hands, but I didn't see it. I only saw it once. My father gave it to me, and and then I noticed that everybody had a flower. I thought it was so romantic.
Well, I think, my friends know me as romantic, and I think it's something that I guess I still have to prove to Tammy that I am. She's always challenged me on that, and I think maybe this is an opportunity for me to buy myself some points to say, you know what, girl, this romance thing, I can actually do it,
Yeah, to have all the flowers, and yeah, my sister, who is the most dearest to me. unfortunately couldn't be there because she relocated to Cape Town. But having her on the video call, it was so nice that she could still be there in some way. Thank God for technology. So yeah, it was just so exciting. And I was shouting her there because she helped me before I came to the event to choose my outfit. She was giving me suggestions. So I was like, oh, so you knew actually what you were doing. Yeah, helping me with my outfit. So
Flip the music. Jockey,
And it goes like
my mind there for you. My heart beats for you. Every time when I think of you, I don't know. I feel loved again. I don't want to wait for days. Let me have you in my arms again, please. When they all said I can't have you, I proved them wrong. I came for you, and you were the ending one too. More, you know I still come through. Give me love, yeah, forever.
Yeah, yeah, you are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. Just like the sun, light up the earth, you light up my life. The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. Hey, and just yesterday, you came around my way. My horse in way with your astonishing beauty. Oh, you couldn't make a brother sing. No ordinary thing, a supernatural being. And no, you are brighter than the moon, brighter than the star. I love you just the way you are. And you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I've never been, yeah. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. And you remind me of a thing, and that is the African beauty. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, you are my African queen. Oh, Lord, ooh, Lord. Out of a million, you stand as one, the outstanding one. I look into your eyes, girl, what I see is paradise. Hey, you captivated my soul. Now every day I want you more. I cannot deny this feeling I'm feeling inside. Hey, no one cannot take your place, you cannot take your space. That is a fact I cannot erase. And no, you are the one that makes me smile, make me float like a boat upon the Nile. Girl, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I've never been. darling, darling. Yeah, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams, and you remind me of a thing.
White top.
I searched for a long, long time. Glad that I call you mine. Loving you feels right.
So I just wanna stay right here. Yeah, yeah. I just wanna stay right here. Yeah, yeah. I just wanna stay right here. Yeah. I just wanna stay right here. Right here. Yeah, yeah. I just wanna stay right here. Yeah, I just wanna stay right here. Yeah, yeah. I just wanna stay right here. Right here. They don't even make them like this no more. When I came around and you opened up the door, made it to the top from the bottom of the floor.
Guys, she took the yes. Can we please give a round of applause? Guys, let's go. Champagne time right now. We're going to toast. We are and for our sister Temlin and for the whole family. This is the best day of the year.
I want you to know I think that you're beautiful. Look what he made us, tailored us to be suitable.
I searched for a long, long time. Glad that I call you mine. Loving you feels right.
So I just wanna stay right here. Came around and you opened up the door, made it to the top from the bottom of the floor. Yeah, undeniable, love too hard, can't hide it. You know you a star, you the brightest. Fairy tale love can't write it. Yeah, I want you to know I think that you're beautiful. Look what he made us, tailored us to be suitable.
I searched for a long, long time. Glad that I call you mine. Loving you feels right.
So I just wanna stay right here.